Not
Handsomeness.
StarCraft knowledge, not jokes, not entertainment value. I mean, handsomeness. And that's why I'm going for this player right over here. Spawning in the bottom left. It's the Blue Terran. Team Ascension, RuFF.
And his opponent in the top right-hand corner, it's the Red Protoss.
Team Life Fang, Arthur.
So picture perfect when players don't have their clan tags on. Just Arthur versus RuFF, and it feels so good.
It's nice. It's very excellent indeed.
Interesting decision to place that Rax right there for RuFF. Possibly some aggression or a second Rax coming down soon. Or with this early scout, he's going to see what's up. Probe. Oh man, Probe spots the SCV moving out to the left-hand side. A little bit weird. But the timing for RuFF is just to see, is there a proxy? What's going on? At the same time, that Probe, though, in the main of RuFF is like, huh. Well, what are you doing, you rascal?
I don't know. He's going pretty far out. At first, it looked like he was going to check a proxy, but I don't know. Yeah, looks like we got a proxy factory. This is a very rough thing to do. By the way, quick shout out here to Nerlisk with the constructive criticism, really responding, saying you both suck in all caps. Love you, Nerlisk. Very much appreciated. We'll take that into consideration during our next rap session. But oh my God, Arthur scouts it. Oh man,
beautiful. You got to remember,
he saw it in his bones. Yep.
He saw the SCV move out earlier, and even though it was a weird timing, he still saw that. And now you see the micro of RuFF. Can he do it? It looks like the probe's gonna. Oh no! It go.
Death of an SCV.
It goes out.
Death of a salesman.
ASL is delay on, RuFF. ASL does have a 2-minute total delay. 2.5 we're on it, man. 2.5 minutes. So
I catch you,
we're at
SCV.
2 minutes and 30 right here.
Yeah, he saw the SCV moving over to the side. It's a very clear situation, but when that happens, it can feel very frustrating in RuFF's shoes. So totally understand that feeling, that emotion of frustration coming out of RuFF here. It does really hurt his game, and he's quite far behind in that tech. Let's take a look overall and see how things are doing in economy. RuFF is behind still, but not too bad. 6 SCVs, so not an unwinnable position, but he's gonna have an uphill battle for himself.
Arthur will be going Stargate off the back of this, and the issue now for RuFF is how quickly can he get that Cyclone out, or I guess how quickly can he get Liberators out, or Vikings, whatever he needs to push that back. With the factory being delayed, he won't have the proper tech to answer Arthur if Arthur hits quickly. And you can see this proxy pod on the left-hand side, just making sure he's a little bit of vision for drops, anything from Arthur. This is late game proxy,
it's like,
man.
It's the counter proxy. It's like, oh, you proxied over here? This is your tombstone pylons. Like, here lies RuFF's factory. RIP. And we do have, by the way, the Cyclone upgrade coming out of RuFF.
I'm liking it. It will allow him to touch a little bit farther out if he only has 1 Cyclone and needs some early damage done to the Phoenixes or whatever is coming in on Arthur's side. But you have Phoenixes from Arthur, which is more something we've been seeing in ZVP from the Protoss. Double Stargate is quite common. But 2 Phoenix, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see how Arthur will utilize this against RuFF.
Right, so we're going to have Liberator Range Cyclone damage buff build.
It's like you just don't touch me.
Out of a failed proxy
circle around him.
Factory build. He's got backups to back up his backups. Like, he's one of those people who has like 18 hard drives on their computer and they never lose any data. And when your computer fries out and you lose some data, they're like, should have backed up your stuff. Ugh.
Oh man, check out Raid, by the way.
Anyone
who wants to back up stuff, check out Raid because it's amazing. I think NASA has on their spaceships Raid redundancy 16 times. They have how it's done out 16 extra drives of everything.
That's fantastic.
When you need extra stuff, you need that extra data, and you can get it. By the way, once again, Liberator upgrade actually just says Liberator Advanced Ballistics. No one would understand what it was if it just said Advanced Ballistics.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just this so weird upgrade. Like the names of upgrades are so weird. Even when you get into co-op, it's like ancillary carapace. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's like, is this a vocabulary lesson or is this a video game? What's happening? Is this the ancillary StarCraft League? Jeez.
The auxiliary StarCraft League. Oh man, I came up with that. I'm proud. Dronok 1, Jack Attack 50.
The battle for the A words continues here on the ambivalent StarCraft League.
Observer spots the Liberator moving out the left-hand side. We also have a Liberator on the right-hand side. Right as Advanced Ballistics finishes, the Liberators are going to arrive. But man, Arthur spots it not only an observer, but a pylon. And on the
pylon.
Oh, no way. On the right-hand side, there's a pylon and a probe, too. Arthur is so prepared. Arthur knowing, how are you going to get back in this game? You're going to try to liberate me. You're going to try to Banshee me. I'll go Phoenixes.
Fantastic. Phoenixes come out and wreck it. And this one...
He's just like, I'm
going home. Like, she turns around right away and she's like, oh, this was a bad idea. Like, they got Phoenixes everywhere. We're going to try another angle. And try another angle, they very likely will.
RuFF off the back of this. He does have these two Liberators, which I guess are going to be good in theory for the Phoenix defense if Arthur clumps up. But Arthur is patrolling the skies, and my oh my, he's not committing to it either. Map commission. Look at his map control.
You know?
Yeah, so much map control. Everything. He's seeing everything, and he's getting resonating
glaives. I don't even know what's out. There was what are like probes or something in the middle of the map. He's got pylons all over the place. Fantastic.
He is very prepared for this. The Phoenixes are moving in. Now, we do have a missile turret in the main, but it's not going to be done quite in time. Beautiful. Arthur picks up the missile turret, SCV, and the mules, and there's going to be Liberators and Cyclones here. So, you know what? At the defense, RuFF will be okay. That's
like getting any damage against 2 Liberators and 2 Cyclones with Phoenix. Like, well done. Excellent. I mean, you can't expect to get very much done with that at all. And right now, just like the macro machine of Arthur is kicking in, and we're seeing that early loss of the factory and, early committal into an attack and failing at that. That's starting to kick in. And we're seeing RuFF down about 33% supply here.
Yeah, you got to be careful. They're a little bit clumped up with 2 Liberators, but RuFF... We are also seeing RuFF go into a mech composition. Very committed to that. He's got Raven. He has Cyclone, Siege Tanks. It could be good, but it's the age-old thing where, you know what, sometimes Protoss hard counters that just so dang hard. Thankfully for RuFF, Arthur only has one Immortal. But again, he has 6 Phoenixes. He can just negate pretty much the entire ground army.
Oh, he's getting upgrades for Widow Mines, too. He's pretty much just like, all right, I'm going to get every upgrade that's on a tech lab to start off, and I'll get 3 or 4 of each unit, and then that way, if I have some of every unit, you can't counter me, because I counter you no matter what, because you have every unit.
Oh, the Phoenixes and the Cyclones lock on. All the Phoenixes are gonna get away, but those Cyclones and Liberators, man, there's this bubble around RuFF that you can't quite.
Oh, big warping over here though.
There's so many Adepts currently out of the map. Total of 32 Adepts. A small force of them heads into the main base.
Ramp, though.
All of the Widow Mines are heading towards the main base, while the Siege Tanks simply being picked up, negated by these Phoenixes, only picking up one at a time so they can be sniped in. There's Cyclones, but the Adepts are simply overwhelming. Yes, there's a couple Widow Mines, but there's only one Widow Mine shot. Huge amounts of damage is outputted, but the Liberators, those are the last defense from RuFF and Phoenixes, are going to be able to shut them down. GG! Arthur takes game 1 in this winners match. The Gold Protoss player, the one, the only.
Team Life Fang, Arthur.
And his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner. If he loses this, he's got to wait a while for the Lazarus match. But we all know RuFF, and he is trusty. He'll be able to bring back in the bottom left. It is the Blue Terran player.
Team Ascension, RuFF. All right, and the winner of this will go on to face Apocalypse in the round of 8.
Oh, I just need to point this out. We've never thought of this. ASL, Adept Star League. Or do we even StarCraft?
I've said that multiple times.
Have you said it? Oh, I've never heard that. I've never heard that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Adept Star League, for sure. The Arthur Adept Star League.
early probe scout is going to be critical for Arthur. He's like, okay, what are you doing? You proxy factory last game. I'm not going to let anything slip by me. He scouts in. We'll head on out. And for RuFF, nothing too crazy. He's not doing anything that will tip off exactly Arthur to what he's doing. He did take a relatively quick second gas. I call every second, even in real life, it'll be like 22, natural. That's how I say numbers now.
You know, I usually count now in Overlord numbers, just because I've seen them way too often. So I'm just like, oh yeah, 16, absolutely, and then 18. Okay, another hatch. Okay, things are looking nice. And
this Marine placement.
Oh.
You know, he knows there's something out there. There's like a fog around him, and he's like, I got this. You're somewhere. I'm ready. And think about this in real life. Literally, their vision just tapers off after a while. I'm like, I don't know. There could be something out there. Oh, and Stargate from Arthur. In such a close spawn position.
On every planet they fight on. Every single place that they go, there's fog. I was like, what is that? It's the fog of war. So, like, if we were in peace, this fog would just sort of dissipate. It's like, yeah, you know, like San Francisco, all of a sudden it's just gone. It's like, oh, well, okay. And that's the problem when you're in a war. Lots of fog comes down and it becomes a little bit unfortunate. Gotta get 2 pylons.
3 pylons in total. Double Hellion.
Makes this very strong play. 1 is not going to be enough as far as the Marines. The Hellions aren't going to be able to do anything either. Very strong play over here from Arthur.
Hellions
just barely misses the Hellion.
To get on out of here, but the pylons looks like they're going to be able to clean it up. 1 Hellion heads over to the top left-hand corner. Double Widowmine, but man, RuFF.
Attack move. Yeah, nicely done there. Very nicely done. He's going to go ahead and kill some supply depots. And
that's pretty
nice over
that's
here.
More
depth coming in.
RuFF can make 1 more Liberator and, of course, this Marauder with concussive shells, but he won't be able to make anything past that. Widowmine's down, but will that be enough? It takes out 1 Adept, another Photon Overcharge, and still Arthur could fall back onto that Stargate. He's got a Phoenix on the way, but this is overall, I scout you. You don't have a bunker down at your natural. Often you will see that Terran play to throw down a quick bunker at their natural, fill it with Marines, but my oh my, Arthur up 1-0 is so close to taking out this Group C in first place.
Yeah, it's a strong start for him here, really messing with the rhythm of RuFF. And RuFF will get this Liberator out, will push it out. In the end, we do have 22-22 as far as workers are concerned, so we're looking okay. Nice defense from RuFF. We do, however, have an Oracle coming in. If this Widowmine does not reposition...
and the Phoenixes!
Oh!
Not enough Liberators will be made by RuFF to shut this down. They were defending at home, so the Phoenixes are going to be able to shut down everything air-wise, maybe even be able to pick up this Widowmine. There's no anti-air right now. It's just Marauders. They could just have the run of the base here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can pick up also on that engineering bay. Won't let it finish. The Oracle is on the way. It is hanging back a little bit. And here we go in. 1 Marine will be sniped really quickly, and there's nothing here for RuFF to do. But he's not going to give up from this position. It is 1-0. Arthur is ahead of him, and if he loses this, he'll have to fight all the way back in the series in this 4-man double elimination group, so he's not going to give up. Marauders are retreating, but they're just going to be greeted by a nice handshake from Adepts. Jack going to reset his router. Stim is also on the way for RuFF, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really do anything right here. You also have 1 more Liberator, but simply Arthur is overwhelming at RuFF. He's not going to give up, guys. He does not want to give up. He's got a missile turret. Finally, got those too many attempts. Income-wise, 8 SCVs to 22 probes. This Arthur took this little advantage and said, whoa, you didn't go early heavy Marine? Like normally you see a Rax and Reactor and you pump Marines, you get a bunker in it and you're natural, and that is how you secure your natural base as Terran in these wonky positions. Then you get a Cyclone and Liberator. But everything has been thrown off for RuFF. He has almost nothing to defend, and he's not going to give up, but I don't think there's any way out of this. And even realistically, if Arthur was maybe taking natural base, it doesn't matter. He's on 1 base, he's got double the probes. Workers, 2 SCVs to 22 probes in total. RuFF, he's not going to give up, but Arthur has an overwhelming odds right here, and I guess RuFF has 3 Widowmines to boot, so he could get these amazing Widowmine hits, 4 in total, but the Stalkers are starting to warp in. There is a huge revelation right on top of RuFF, and it's going to spot those Widowmines. They can start moving in unencumbered, and that's going to allow not only the Widowmines, but the Phoenix to move in, and Protoss JJ Arthur, 2-0, moves on to the round of 8, and he's going to face Apocalypse in the next...
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.